I started rugby when I was 4 and I played professionally for 14 seasons. It's from the multiple impacts, both in training and in the games, that has caused this. My neurologist described it as, it's just not the big knockout concussions that cause the damage. It's the sub-concussions as well. And he described it as a leaking tap. So a leaking tap dripping on a piece of mud once or twice, there wouldn't be a mark there at the end of the day. But if it dripped for 14 years, there'd be a big hole. And that's what's happened during my career. I had my diagnosis at the start of lockdown. We call it D-Day, Diagnosis Day. And it was a massive shock to have the diagnosis of probable CTE and early onset dementia at the time I was 40. My last game for Wales against England was shown during lockdown, and I had no recollection of being on that pitch and remembering. I was worried that I was losing memory, but what I've been told is at that time, my brain, from the impacts of quite a busy period in the rugby calendar, was inflamed, and I wasn't storing those memories because of my brain being inflamed. It's basically like Chinese torture, where just the drip dripping away, and every contact that you do. And my game was all about contact, being aggressive, being in people's faces. That's what I was renowned for and was good at. And that didn't matter if it was in training or in a game. Every time I stepped over that white line and there was a contact session, I was 100% in everything that I did. And that's where we've got to use the science now and listen to the experts and reduce the amount of contact players do in training, because 85 to 90% of the contact in somebody's career is done in training. I want everybody from the governing bodies, the players, the ex-players, to come together and be part of the solution to take this game forward and be as safe as possible. Because I don't want people who are playing now to be in the same position as me when they retire and have the diagnosis I've had.